So how does all this stuff translate to the SEAL teams then? Like, obviously you do missions that suck. You do things that are hard. You do things that hurt. But like, why is it so important to go through this to prepare guys for what's to come?
Because like BUD/S instructors would say in BUD/S, like, you know, I've been more miserable in certain spots in the platoon than BUD/S. And at the time as a student, you're like, no friggin' way. But then there's certain stuff in training. I mean, I remember this one training thing. We were climbing Pikes Peak and doing cold weather training, and this storm came in, and dude, it was bad, man. I mean, dudes were almost falling off the side of the mountain. It was the coldest night I have ever experienced in that tent, you know. And I was like begging my tent buddy to let me in his sleeping bag. I was like, buddy, let me in with you. And he was like, and I'm like, we'll get nut to butt and we'll be warm. And his face is just like out of his, he's all zipped up, you know, it's just his face. He's like, no, bro, you're not coming in. And I'm like, let me in, man. Like I was peeing in my Nalgene bottle and throwing it down by my feet to try to keep it warm. It was horrible. And so that BUD/S instructor was right. Like, you know, there was times where I felt more miserable in certain aspects in the platoon than in BUD/S.
And so by testing that beforehand, like you make sure guys are not gonna literally and figuratively quit, like when it counts most.
Yeah, no, like if I remember when that storm came in and if we were going to take the normal, our point man, the guy was navving us, you know, through the mountains. If he took the normal route that he had planned, we would have never gotten to base camp. We probably all would have, I mean, something bad would have happened. So he had to reroute our plan, which took us like basically like edge of a cliff, like crossing stuff that we normally would never have done, but it was the only option to get to the campsite, you know, in this storm to make it happen. And if we had a dude that just stopped and said, I'm done, like, what do you mean?
Right.
Like, that's not an option, bud.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. If you want to see the full podcast, be sure to click on the link in the description. And if you feel like it, hit subscribe.